Okay, there we go. Jeez. So, that was weird. What just happened is that my webcam software, in preparing to record, every time I tell it start recording, it does this little 3, 2, 1, start. But what it did today is 3, 2, 1, and it just stayed on 1 and it didn't start for the longest time, and I've never seen it do that before. I guess my computer was thinking about getting started, so it seems to be going now. But if I looked like I was startled by the video starting, that is why. So I'm Christiana Ellis. It is 9:12 a.m. on January 17th, 2015. This is 5 more minutes. It's obviously a little bit later in the morning than I typically start. I did just get up though. What I will tell you about that is that wine and Dragon Age Inquisition A-okay in my book. I played a bunch of it last night. I'm progressing through the story. I'm very methodical in my current playthrough. With this type of game, I tend to not play through multiple times, even though you can play through multiple times. You have a different character, you make different choices. But for whatever reason, in this type of story, I get so invested in the character and the story of it that whenever I might go back and try to do it some other way, it somehow feels like it's not real in the same way. And who knows why that is, but I always sort of feel like I create this base reality when I play through it the first time, and then I'm not really interested in what other parallel realities there might be. And so as a result, in my one playthrough, I'm trying to be very methodical and completionist in playing through all the different side quests in each area, killing all the dragons, trying to collect all the little bits and pieces and shards and mosaic tiles and all of that sort of thing. So it's taking me a really long time to get through the game, which is mixed, meaning you know, I've heard some complaints online about this game not respecting your time, meaning some of the things it presents you to do take a lot of time for how interesting they are. Like collecting shards, you know, you could make a case that it just makes you walk all over the place, which is just kind of it takes a long time just to collect those various things. Luna, come on! Sorry about that. And I can see that. I feel like I don't mind so much as I'm playing this time, just because I like the world enough that I really just kind of like all of the time spent living in it. And so those complaints are not a big problem for me, although I certainly do understand how others might feel that way, especially people who, you know, say review video games for a living and therefore feel like their time is important in that sense. You know, they want to give a game a fair shot, they want to finish it, but they are trying to go ahead and get through it so they can get on to the next game. And I can see that, I can feel that a little bit too, just because there's actually a number of other games that I would also like to play, but I'm playing Dragon Age now, and I kind of want to get that done. In any case, I like the game quite a bit. I don't know that at this point in the story, I don't think I'm in love with my character quite as much as I was for Dragon Age Origins, but Dragon Age Origins for me is like the video game storytelling high watermark in my own life in terms of the story that I was really invested in, and so complaining that it's not quite the absolute best that I've ever played is it's kind of a high bar to clear. I like it a lot. So what I'm doing today is going off to Arisia, which is a sci-fi convention being held right here in Boston, although inconveniently not super accessible through public transportation for me. I'm going to have to take the bus, which is not my preference. Either that or I'd have to take cabs, but you know, it's a whole thing. So anyway, I will be back tomorrow to maybe talk about that a little bit. In the meantime, I have to go get dressed and take a shower and all that stuff so I can go to the convention. Remember, you can find all my stuff at christianaellis.com, and I am at Christiana Ellis on Twitter, and I'll be back tomorrow for 5 more minutes.